go. We were headed back in for intro number 2.
I wasn't too fast with the gun, and I almost played it twice.
Yeah. Good
Well,
morning,
good morning, Mr.
everyone.
Scott.
Good morning. Good morning, Eddie.
How
So
you doing?
is good morning, everyone in the chat, Bone Tired Travelers and Gouda and Rob. Uh, so Jeremy and Cheryl are on their way to New York City, so they are not here today. We believe they are going to be joining us again tomorrow.
Yes.
So today, Eddie and I have been left in charge of the playground.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, they're having fun in New York City, my
Yes.
city, my town. But hey, might as well enjoy. Take some time and enjoy life and go out and smell the roses, like they say. They get to see. Hopefully, the weather is a little bit better up there,
Yeah.
and they might not like it too much and come back down. So hey,
Yeah.
well, you never know. So
Yes. They've definitely been having a lot of heat in Texas, so it should be way cooler for them in New York City.
yes,
So,
definitely. I hope they have a great time. They get to do everything that we're talking about. I hope they get to do as much as they can
yeah,
and
for sure.
enjoy. And I hope the city gives them a nice welcome and keeps them going.
Yes.
So, how's everybody? How's Guga Rob? How you doing, Denise? I know Denise was on her way home, and she's having mashed potatoes and enchiladas early in the morning. So she's probably done with that stuff.
Hmm.
And I'm having just a plain bagel with cream cheese and my second cup of coffee. Since I've been up since 5, and I couldn't sleep earlier. I something got in my head saying, "Is there a thumbnail for today?" And that got in my head, and I just woke up at 5 to go use the bathroom, come back, and I couldn't fall asleep again. I said, "You know what? I gotta get up. I
Yeah.
gotta get up," and I'm glad I did because there was no thumbnail. I kept on that yesterday,
Yeah.
thinking that they were done for the weekend. It was not. So I went ahead and prepared one and got it ready. And I got a whole bunch of windows open here with stuff for today. So we should be set. We should be set
Yep.
and ready to go.
Yep. Yeah. So I always have trouble sleeping when I'm not at home. Just the different bed and the different sounds and just stuff like that or whatever. So I haven't been sleeping very well the last. I mean, like I've been sleeping okay, but I haven't been sleeping very well. So I'm like extra tired this morning too. So um, but it is what it is. So I have plenty of cold brew coffee with me here to
You got
help
your
help
cold
me
brew,
get
and I got
through the.
my second morning quickie ready.
So, and it's supposed to rain. Like that's the other unfortunate thing too. It rained off and on all day yesterday, and it's supposed to rain even more consistently today, and heavy rain tomorrow, and then thunderstorms on Friday. So, and then I'm supposed to go home on Saturday. So
Oh,
I don't know how much. I'm kind of torn. Like I'm only about 3 hours from home, right?
yeah, yeah.
So I'm not super far away from home. So I'm kind of like I'm trying to balance it. Like, do I just cut my losses and go home now? Or do I just sit around here doing nothing for the next couple of days? I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do yet. So
Hmm.
we'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
Oh yeah, yeah. So just
But I did get a couple of days in the beginning, and I was able, to spend some time out and up on the mountain. So, so definitely had a good time doing that. Good morning, Alice. So yeah, so otherwise, there's
hmm.
always another trip coming, right?
Oh,
So,
you got that right. At least you're 3 hours away. You could do so. It's like us going to Helen. It's 2 hours away. So
mhm,
definitely March we're gonna be going again. And if anything during the year, if we need to get away or something,
right,
hotel is very affordable. It's a very nice way to get there. It's not really too difficult, and plenty of things to do up there. So that's always something that we could always do ourselves too. We could hit Alabama or South Florida. I mean Florida, or even South Carolina. So it won't be really that bad. So, and there's plenty of
Mm,
people here in the state also that we haven't been around yet. There's a few towns that we're looking into going one day, just take a drive and go enjoy the views and see what's out there. So,
hmm.
it's just one of those things. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say what on this date things that happened
Okay.
in our earlier years. During this day, American comedian George Carlin, whose Civil War you can never say on television, routine led to U.S. Supreme Court ruling that gave the Federal Communications Commission (FCC) the right to determine when the censored radio and TV broadcast die at age 71. Argentinian football soccer player Diego Maradona scored his memorable hand of God goal. The ball struck his hand, but the referee mistakenly thought it had hit his head to help Argentina defeat England in a World Cup quarterfinal game. Argentina went on to win the tournament back in 1986. 1978, Charon, the largest moon of Pluto, was discovered. 1969, in Cleveland, the severely polluted Cuyahoga River caught on fire when an oil slick floating on the surface ignited. Although it was not the first fire on the river, the incident garnered national attention and led to anti pollution measures that sustainably improved the river's condition. And last but not least, 1955, the animated musical Lady and the Tramp, one of Walt Disney's most enduring movies, was released in U.S. theaters.
Hmm.
So
Very
a
interesting.
little roundup of five things that happened on today's date back many, 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 many years ago. So would
Yeah, so I thought it was like years ago, when they discovered that moon around Pluto. I remember at first they thought maybe it might have been another planet,
yes,
and suddenly we're going to have to redefine how many planets we had in our solar system and stuff. But later they determined that it was just a moon and not. I think they actually had nicknamed it originally Planet X because they didn't know what it was, right? They thought it was another planet. So, but then they later determined that it was just a moon around Pluto.
yes.
So,
Now once you say that Planet X, start kicking in the head saying, "Oh wait a minute, yeah, yeah." Now I
yeah,
remember.
yeah, yeah, because
I know
they
what you're
thought it
talking about.
was. Yeah, they thought it was another planet at first. So, and then
Cool.
to determine either that or they just decided, hey, we're not ready to rewrite everything. We'll just call it a moon. Who will know? Who could verify it, right?
I was gonna go up there and check it out. Put a measuring tape.
Exactly. So, like I won't go into conspiracy theories or whatever, but my wife and I are firm believers in the moon landing hoax. So, like, we don't spend any time on it. We actually kind of more just joke around with each other about it or whatever. Whenever we hear
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the moon landing, we just like, oh yeah, the moon landing, and then we wink at each other, right? So, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see whether or not it actually. I mean, who knows, right? I'm not going to get into a big discussion about it on this show, but yeah. So very interesting.
Like if it happen, or it's like I haven't lost anything up there, so who
Yeah.
knows? Hey, good morning,
So
cruising
looks
chicks. How
like
you doing?
the cruising chicks have made it in. How you doing? I've been listening, cruising chicks. I've been watching some of your videos. I think you guys are just really great creators, and I'm really enjoying your videos. And you seem very relaxed on the camera, and just your thoughts flow and everything else. So if you could maybe give me a couple of lessons on that, I would appreciate it for my own channel because um yeah, so you guys are doing a great job, though. I just want to let you know I have been enjoying your videos, and yeah,
Definitely,
that.
definitely. And Denise is here reminding us there's 130 days for the Booze
Booze
Cruise coming
Cruise.
in October 29, leaving out of New Orleans, going to Montego Bay, Grand Cayman, and Cozumel. Cozumel, we're gonna hit Paradise Beach. So it should be an interesting time, and looking forward to it. How humid or how hot it's gonna be, I have no idea, but we'll find out pretty soon. The last time I was there, it was during January. So I'm hoping that in October, November, the beginning of November, things will be a little bit nicer when it comes to weather. So that's what I'm
Mhm.
hoping, especially in Cosmo.
Yeah,
That's when
so
we're there.
I'm really kind of like, obviously I've been on Glory before and I've been to those sports and stuff like that. The thing that I'm really curious about, kind of, bummed that I won't get to see, is the um the sailing down the Mississippi. So maybe in my mind it's more intriguing than it really is, but it just really seems like it would be like, I have this imagery in my mind of you know, just these most beautiful like plantations and things like that. And I did hear that that is some of the stuff that you can see.
Yes, some other
I
stuff.
honestly don't know how wide the Mississippi is. So, like, I'm thinking to myself, are you even, is it this big wide river that you can even see the shore from or whatever? Because I would imagine the
Oh,
cruise
yeah,
ship
yeah.
has to go right down the middle of it, right?
Yeah.
So, so yeah. So anyway, but it's definitely seems like the bummer part for me about it. But instead I'll be on. I won't be on. I'll be getting off a Wonder. I will have just come off a Wonder of the Seas, right? Which should be pretty fabulous in itself. Um, but yeah, and then there's 2.0. There's the Secret Booze cruise, right?
Right.
That will come up the following
Great.
year or whatever. So
Mhm.
definitely going to be on that one.
Yep. October 28th. Yeah, baby. Yes. I'm glad to hear that. Yes, yes, yes. And Bonfire says temps are perfect for that time of year. Not too hot at all.
Mm.
Let's hope so. And oh, dude, sailing down the river is awesome. I was really tired when we left on the breakaway, so I saw the beginning of it. Once it got a little dark, I went right inside. I had to go change shirts again. It was like I think my fourth change of clothing because it was so humid.
Hmm.
I was a little bit out of air, so I was able to not to see too much of it. But I'm hoping this time to go out there and take a look at it and see what's up. Mike and Rihanna Adventures, how you doing? Good morning, Rob here. We're Christian on the
Morning.
Keys
Hey,
and
Rob. Good
Chico
morning.
here.
How are you?
All right, cool.
And
Um,
Rob from Eastern Canada, and Mike and Rihanna from kind of Western Canada, right?
Alberta.
Hmm.
Check that out. You want to go hit the news on cruising if you don't mind?
Yeah, so I've got a lot of news stories today, so bear with me as we work through them today. So, and I'm on another screen, so I can't see myself right now. So hopefully I don't subconsciously pick my nose while I'm reading this. So anyway, I'm going to start with the bad news first, which is Tropical Storm Brett forms expected to impact Caribbean cruises. It says here, Tropical Storm Brett formed Monday afternoon as of 5 p.m. with maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour, just over 39 miles per hour threshold for tropical storm strength. The storm is expected to strengthen, however, and may reach hurricane status on Wednesday or early Thursday. On its current course, Brett is moving west at 21 miles per hour and is likely to move slightly north in the next few days. Later in the week, the storm may make a sharp turn to the north depending on prevailing weather in the Caribbean, or could stay on a westerly course into the weekend. It says here that Brett is much more likely to impact cruise travel as it's already a tropical storm rather than a tropical or subtropical disturbance, and is on course towards popular Eastern Caribbean port destinations. So it says here, it could definitely impact cruises that are heading to the Virgin Islands or Antigua or even the Dominican Republic. So to
Ouch.
keep an eye on that, and I'm sure the cruise lines will have plans in place to deal with that. Usually they skip ports or they go around them and hopefully there won't be any more. There won't be any issues with ships being stuck in the middle of it. So, moving on, I really want to save this story for last, but at the same time, I'm really excited about it. So I want to get right in there. Royal Caribbean provides more details on the new Oasis class Utopia of the Seas. It says so most of the market is getting ready for Royal Caribbean International's new Icon of the Seas, due out in January 2024. But next summer, there's another ship making its debut that should have an equal impact on cruising. Royal Caribbean just revealed what it's calling the ultimate 3-night weekend or 4-night weekend getaways on Utopia of the Seas, its newest Oasis class ship, launching in July of 2024. As the first of the game-changing Oasis class ships to offer short getaways when it debuts, Utopia of the Seas sets the stage to make more memories in one short trip than ever before. Starting from Port Canaveral, Utopia will introduce offer more than 40 ways to dine, drink, more pools, more ways to thrill and chill, and more time at Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And yes, I know it's pronounced key, but it rhymes, right? So we're going to say K.
I mean, I see K, so that's why I say K.
Exactly. So, Royal Caribbean's private island in the Bahamas, including new adults only Hideaway Beach opening in early 2024. The newest Oasis class ship will
Nice.
feature number of firsts, including a Caribbean tiki bar, a first of its kind immersive dining experience, the longest dry slide at sea, newly designed resort style pools, and more. Utopia opens for bookings on Royal Caribbean's website on Friday, June 23rd, just 2 days from now. And here's the bigger exciting news. Crown and Anchor Society loyalty members can book on Thursday, June 22nd. That's mañana, right? Um, so that's really exciting there. So vacationers are looking to make every moment count by celebrating and recharging with their friends and family, and Utopia of the Seas makes all that possible in more ways than one.
Wow.
Utopia is being positioned as a getaway for friends, family, groups celebrating any occasion. Everyone can create their own weekend energy with their pick and mix of different types of pools, beaches, flavors from around the world, nightlife, entertainment, and more. So that's really exciting news. I know that everybody has been talking about that for the last day or so, and now it looks like you're going to be able to start booking it tomorrow. So now the only thing about it was when Icon launched, I happened to be on Harmony of the Seas when that happened. And I really felt like the pricing was fairly reasonable at that time, but that was, like last year. So pricing has really gone through their roof at this point. And
Yeah.
I don't want to speculate, but I'm expecting that those preliminary pricing, I mean, it should be a little bit less because it is only 3 and 4 day cruises, but um, I think the pricing will be up a little bit on it, but we'll see what happens with it. We'll see what the pricing looks like on it. I'll be pretty excited to see that. So,
Definitely.
moving on. Carnival Cruise Lines brings back internship at sea program for students. Carnival Cruise Lines entertainment team is helping students set sail for success by reintroducing its internship at sea program. The cruise line welcomed 24 students from 24 different U.S. universities to join the ship as youth staff, fun squad, technicians, and sports staff members. We're elated to bring back this unique entertainment internship program that's an incredible learning experience for both college students and our shipboard team members. It's important for us to create these special opportunities to inspire the next generation and invest in the fun and memorable cruise vacations of the future. Over the summer, interns in the innovative program will receive hands-on experience learning about teamwork, communications, problem solving, and leadership skills, all while earning college credit. Students are mentored or monitored by shipboard team members to help them transition to shipboard life. Since the internship at sea started in 2016, 65 students have participated on 20 ships. Several past interns have used the knowledge and experience from the program to start careers in the cruise industry, taking on a range of roles from cruise director to shoreside project manager. In 2019, Carnival's internship at sea program was recognized by Way Up, a US-based job site for college students, as one of the top 100 internship programs in the country. The program was paused in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So that's exciting news that's coming back.
Wow.
And so moving on again, so world record broken on board Royal Caribbean cruise ship. So it says kicky up or keepy uppy or kicky uppy or keepy uppy is a popular game that involves keeping a football in the air by bouncing it off of any body part allowed in football, excluding the hands and arms. The aim is to prevent the ball from touching the ground. Footballers often use this game to practice ball control, with some freestyle footballers amassing millions of views. The game has even been used to set various world records and, as of this week, even at sea. On
Wow.
June 19th, on board the Symphony of the Seas, freestyle footballer Liv Cook kicked off an exhilarating football spectacular, successfully executing 76 alternating crossovers within 30 seconds,
Oh,
thereby breaking the existing record for most sit down alternating crossovers with a football in 30 seconds.
Jesus.
Set against the stunning background of the ship's aqua theater, Cook's seventh world title is now the first ever achieved at sea. The UEFA ambassador and social media sensation, well known for her all inspiring online videos gathering over 100 million views, praised the cruise ship and its various offerings. Symphony of the Seas was incredible, and there's so much to do, so I couldn't think of a more unique place to achieve my latest record. I am always
Nice.
pushing myself outside of my comfort zone and trying new things, so I'm hyped to have completed this challenge. When you're on a ship like this or on holiday and have access to activities you normally don't, give it a go.
That's right.
So that's very interesting. And then the last story I want to mention today is about the submersive Titan. Of course, I'm sure everybody has heard about
Yeah.
this, by
By now,
now.
yes.
And as of last night, it was still kind of, they hadn't heard anything or whatever. So this headline here says that underwater noises are heard in the desperate search for submersive missing with 5 on board near the Titanic. So it says here a Canadian military surveillance aircraft detected underwater noises as a massive operation searched early Wednesday in a remote part of the North Atlantic for the submersive that vanished while taking 5 people down to the wreck of the Titanic. A statement from the U.S. Coast Guard did not elaborate on what the rescuers believe the noises could be, though it
Mhm.
offers a glimmer of hope for those lost aboard the Titan, as estimates suggest as little as a day's worth of oxygen could be left if the vessel is still functioning.
That's right.
Meanwhile, questions remain about how teams could reach the submersive, which could be as deep as 12,500 feet or nearly 3,800 meters below the surface near the watery tomb of the historic ocean liner Titanic. Nearly newly uncovered allegations also suggest that there could have been significant warnings made about the vessel's safety during its development. Lost on board the vessel are pilot Stockton Rush, the CEO of the company leading the expedition. His passengers are a British adventurer, 2 members of a Pakistani business family, and a Titanic expert. The Coast Guard wrote on Twitter that the Canadian P3 Orion had detected underwater noises in the search area. Searchers then moved an underwater robot to the area to search. However, those searches have yielded negative results, but they continue. The data from the P3 aircraft, which has been shared by the Canadians with US naval experts for further analysis, which could be considered in future search plans. So, yeah, with that said, I just want to, take a moment to say how awful it is, how terrible it is. And,
Mhm.
um, but at the same time, I'm sure that those people on board, have an adventurous heart and spirit, because I can't imagine that, you know, if I could afford $250,000 to go on something like that, I might not choose to do. I would probably not choose to do that just for fear something could go wrong while I was in there. So,
Yep.
um,
Especially that
well,
much pressure.
obviously, yeah. So obviously they, had an adventurous heart and spirit, and typically, with that comes, um, maybe somewhat of an aversion to risk, right? But
Yes,
you
definitely.
know, so but yeah,
Mhm.
so that's the news for June 21st. Was a lot.
Yes, you got that right. And from there, I would like to. I have 5 channels that I would like to nominate today for everybody here in the chat to go ahead and take a look into these channels that I'm going to let you know about. And first of all, I have Keisha H. She's sitting on 309 subscribers right now with 9 videos already. We've been talking to Keisha for a while about getting her channel going. She finally took that step, moved forward, and I would like to nominate her because she's always present in a lot of our chats. She goes from channel to channel, and this woman gives great support to everybody. So I want that support to be turned around and go to her channel and help her out to little by little to grow her channel also, make her feel
Yes.
more comfortable, make her come around more.
Yes.
After Keisha, I would like to talk about the travel life. They are at 291 subscribers with 69 videos. Also, there's a lot of cruising going on this channel, and I would like you to take a look and when you get a chance, check him out and give him some support, leave him a comment, hit that like, make them feel comfortable, making them feel welcome. From there, we go to Alisa's Adventures in Cruising. She's 313 subscribers with 186 videos already. She films a lot in the Florida area, also a lot to do with cruising, and she also shows some stuff around the different ports and different meals and stuff that she gets around her house. So another good place to go check out. Then after that, we're gonna go with Spooky Cat Lady Travels. They are at 451 subscribers with 367 videos. There's a lot of spookiness on this channel, and a lot of also cruising and another. You don't hear too much from her, but let's go get to her channel and give her let her know that you're watching, and hopefully they'll they come around even more. So it's just to get Roxanne out of her comfort zone and get her to do more videos.
Hmm.
And last but not least, we have the Cruising Cusies, and they are at 412 subscribers with 265 videos to their name. They also do cruising. They also do different things around their place where they live. In Nebraska, I believe that's where they live at. They also show racing and family matters that they do. So that's another, another point to look at too. Also, Mr. Kuzis, he's always coming to the chats. He's not there too long, but at least he comes in, he shows up, he leaves you a like, he leaves a comment, and he participates on the chat also. So let's again let's go ahead and go to their channels and help them out, make them feel welcome, and let's keep this family growing more and more and more. So please
Yep.
do that. If you had anybody that you would like to nominate, you could go right ahead, Mr. Scott.
Yeah, actually I don't, I do mention some channels from time to time. I've been watching, I started watching some of the videos from the cruising chicks and the cruise chicks, and I'm really liking, like, they have a good chemistry with each other, and I'm really liking, their videos. They seem, insightful and stuff like that. So I am enjoying their channel too. I also I watch there's this channel, his name's I think it's called Cruising with Keith or whatever, and he was just on Venezia, so I enjoyed some of his Venezia videos, seeing around the ship and stuff. So it's kind of interesting when I see these Venezia videos, because when you see a Vista class ship, I mean, you just, I mean, for me, when I see a ship, when I see video from inside a ship, could be from anywhere. As soon as I see it, my brain immediately knows what class ship that is, and and kind of like what to expect. So I see this very familiar design and layout in these videos, but a decor for a carnival ship that my brain is not at all ready to accept. I mean, it's a good thing, right? Like, it's good decor, right? But my brain is just kind of like, I see the familiarity of a carnival ship, but I'm also at the same time not exactly sure what it is I'm looking at. So because it just doesn't fit. But yeah, so it's exciting that there's something new, something different for Carnival, with that with that style ship. So in any event, so yeah, so I enjoyed some of his videos and stuff. I have clients that are currently on Venezia, and they sent me some pictures from on board as well before they sailed out. So that was exciting. I got those sometime yesterday evening or whatever. So
Nice, 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 nice.
yeah.
I see that Macarena here says they love cruise ship tours videos,
Hmm.
which we've been doing the same thing. We've been checking out the Glory lately. We also been checking out the Paradise with Party Up too. They have a series of videos from the Paradise not too long ago that they were on the ship, and there's another couple of two ladies that I do check out too. Also about the Paradise, but their names escape my brain right now. They're from England, so I checked out some other videos and they're pretty cool. I like how they cover the whole Paradise thing. Bruce is in the house. How you doing, sir? Hope you're doing
Morning,
well in
Bruce.
your side of the world. Yes, I hope you're doing great, and I hope you're getting ready for sales this Friday, especially tomorrow when you get the what's the name of the group? that anchor something.
Yeah, so the loyalty program on Royal Caribbean is called Crown and Anchor Society,
Not an
right?
anchor.
So it's basically just if you're a loyalty member. Now, it didn't give me particular details because I mean, gosh, almost everybody is a member of it at some level, right? So does
Mhm.
really mean that it's on sale tomorrow for the masses, or is it only on sale for people maybe say at the top levels of it or something? It did not go into detail about that. I'll have to look and see as a travel agent. Hopefully, the cruise line will let me give me some more particulars about it. I haven't really dug deep into my email or my my business email on that yet today, but hopefully we'll be getting some more information about it. But yeah, so that's all that really meant was is that members of Crown and Anchor Society. I mean, that's pretty much everyone who has, unless you haven't sailed on the Royal Caribbean before ever, then you wouldn't be a member. So yeah, all right. So yeah, so you have to wait till Friday, Eddie.
Talking about when to Friday. So, what have you heard about the bookings going on this particular cruise?
On for YouTube for Utopia, you
Yes.
mean? Yeah, so I like again, I haven't heard anything, as far as um I haven't just haven't I mean they just so you'd think that they would tell us a lot of stuff, right? But sometimes, the cruise lines just don't give us much more information, or even if they do give us more information, it's only just hours maybe or a day or two before they tell everybody else about it. I mean, it really just depends. Like when Carnival first announced this Italian style cruising, and they so they did this video announcement about it. Like there was a lot of alluding to it and everything else, but they did this
Yeah. Yeah.
video announcement about it that was kind of like the official announcement, where the president flew to New York City and she was with another person from Royal Caribbean, and they went to this they went to this Italian restaurant in Little Italy in New York City, and they did this live event that was only available to travel partners.
Okay.
So we got to see that early in the day. Um, and they told us a lot of information in that. But it was just hours before they released that same information to the general public. So we really had very little time to act on it,
Yeah. Yeah.
because then you have to because if you're a really high marketing kind of travel agent at that point in time, you'd have to throw all that a big marketing thing together, blast it out to your clients, depending on how fast it is and when your clients actually ended up reading it and seeing it and stuff like that, the news might already be public, so just it is what it is. But I don't really have too much information other than what I read in the news article, which was, that sales start tomorrow for Crown and Anchor members and Friday. I know that I guess it was like last night when you were on Sherry's Live or whatever,
Yeah.
Destination
Yeah.
Funds Live or whatever, they were
Mhm.
talking, everybody was talking about in September.
Yes.
But then according to this article, it's actually going to be July of 2024. So, so again, we'll see what happens. We'll see what the first sailing is. Hopefully they will give us some information about it today. And if
And
they do give us information about it today, I'm sure, a lot of people will be talking about it and disseminating it online. So
yeah,
probably
from
won't be
what
very
I'm
long.
gathering, is just going on 3 or 4 days
Yeah. So it's
to
going to be 3 and 4 days.
Turtle
Yep.
Cay
Yep.
in the Bahamas for
Yeah,
now.
and of course from the article, and all the other speculation about it. So like the ship is gonna have slightly different design elements than the predecessors in that class ship, in the Oasis class ship, but that's indicative of every incarnation of, or every ship in a class tends to
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
tweaked a little bit. They always tweak it a little bit. Sounds like this one is going to have um, like a resort style pool, which I guess is kind of like these gradual, in decline kinds of pools rather than just your normal typical cruise ship kind of pool where you just
Like for
plunge right
me, for
in.
somebody that I need, to slow down going in.
Yeah, so it's going to have this gradual, drop off kind of entry to the pool. So that's, different. And, so there's going to be some other stuff that's different, but it's definitely it's going to start out doing 3 and 4 days only. And I think it's exciting because they would not normally dedicate such a new, big, amazing ship to all these short runs. They want to
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
people
yeah,
on
yeah.
board longer times and stuff like that. But they
I
also,
found
by
that
the same
I found that
token,
weird.
right. But then they also have enough Oasis class ships that are doing 7 day sailings, along with Icon, right? So, they have enough, I think, enough offerings that they can maybe, afford to do that in the short term. Because that's what I understand. It's just going to start off doing that, right? So I don't know how long it's going to do that, but it is going to be dedicated to doing that at least probably within the first year. So it's probably going to be just the first year, where it's just going to be constant 3 and 4 days from Port Canaveral, which seems like the perfect place for a thing, for something like that. Um, and then maybe they'll add some 7 days and stuff like that, or whatever. Maybe
Yeah, they
if they
have to.
will,
Yeah.
or if they eventually position it around somewhere else or whatever,
Mhm.
they'll add longer cruises and stuff to it. So, but it's going to be pretty exciting, to be able to, and it being 3 and 4 days, even with price increases, it should still be more affordable, just because by nature 3 and 4 day cruises are cheaper than 7 day cruises typically. So
By nature. Yeah.
yeah, yep. So
And
so yeah,
they're
so
making
it's
they're going to be making a profit, because if they're going from Port Canaveral to only Coco Cay and their new resort, which I think they're trying to advertise it from the beginning, big time,
right,
they're
right.
going to be making a killing in it. So, and
Yes,
then
absolutely.
yeah, it's like a clock yesterday kept talking about it, and then he's saying, I'll book back to back, make
Hmm.
it an A day by going on two cruises
Exactly.
back to back.
Yeah, so
So
that's for me,
mhm.
right? So like I would never fly, as much trouble as it is for me to fly. Um,
Yeah,
so I have to drive a minimum of about an hour or so to an airport that offers, you know, reasonable flights to Orlando, which would be BWI, right? So it takes me around an hour or so with, optimum traffic conditions and stuff, maybe a little bit more than an hour uh,
yeah,
to get to BWI, which is where I like to fly Southwest, and BWI is a Southwest hub. So I fly out of BWI often. Um, but I also take plenty of Southwest flights out of Reagan National Airport, which is Ronald Reagan National Airport in Washington as well. But in any event, for me to get on a plane, fly down there, and do all that for a 3 or 4 day cruise is definitely not worth it for me. So I would absolutely have to either do it a back to back or bundle it somehow, with, you know, going down. So like last year and this year, I'm doing this thing where I fly down to Orlando and I take a 3 day cruise, and then I spend a week in Orlando, and then at the end of that week get on another cruise, um, and then fly home at the end of that cruise. So I did that last
definitely.
year, and it worked out really well for me, and I really liked it. So I was able to put that together again for this year, this and in
Mhm.
October.
Yeah.
So again, I'm gonna, so I would have to do something like that as well, or, because I just would never fly down there for 3 or 4 days to do it, but it definitely is an exciting option. So
Well, we'll see. I'm just gonna be on the background looking into it. I keep telling Sherry and Jennifer and Mike Lock that I'm not interested right now, but you never know. I know Alice done a RCL already back in 2010. She went with her sisters to Bermuda to spend
mhm.
a week on a cruise from Bayonne, and
Yeah,
what we'll do with RC, well, we'll see. We still have one more credit with NCL, which hopefully in 2025 we'll do a cruise, and we'll see what the other cruise might be.
yeah.
I don't know. I might end up doing a group cruise, sometime in 2025, and it will probably be with Royal Caribbean, and to test out the waters and see how it goes. But it all depends where it's going. I want to go to a place I haven't been yet, so
Sure.
I don't want to
Yep.
go back to the Western Caribbean. Been there a couple times, going back again in the next few cruises. So I want to go more towards the Caribbean. I love going to Puerto Rico as much as I can.
Hmm.
So that's the point that I'm looking at. I did mention to Bruce that there's a chance that I'm gonna start looking at 2025, since I'm learning with my cruise in October, with the Secret Cruise 2.0. So, and talking about that, by the way, people, October 28, 2024, leaving out of Tampa, Florida, on a 6-day cruise on the Carnival Paradise. We're gonna go on a 6-day to Key West, Montego Bay, and Grand Cayman, leaving out of Tampa on a Carnival Paradise. Any information, please get in touch with Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com so he can give you the full replay of the whole thing. $25 down to get you a spot. Pay your deposit by May 2024, and the full cruise by July 2024. You got a whole year ahead of you to plan it out. Think about it. It's a great deal. It's a great price. $459, I believe, to start on Inside Cabins, and call Bruce as soon as possible. They are selling. It's a smaller ship, so
Hmm.
there's not that many balconies available. So the sooner you call, the better. Also, we have a Facebook group that is managed by Mike and Rianne Adventures. Going to Facebook, please join the group so you can get more information and more posts and stuff that are going on, the things that we're planning to do on the cruise. So the more you get to know now, the better. So let's come around and hang out and let's do this, man. It's gonna be excellent. I found out the House of X yesterday. They're gonna be part of it too. Hopefully, Scott will be part of that too. Bruce is gonna be there also, Ocean to Ocean. I'll be there with Alice. JNS will be there. Cruising is fun anytime will be there also. Mike and Rihanna is gonna be their first cruise. They're no more. They're not gonna be rookies after that one, because I'm gonna teach Mike a few tricks. So they're gonna love it. I know once they get
Hmm.
into it, they're gonna get hooked, and they're gonna be part of it or more. So, and a little bird told me that Mike is becoming a travel agent, so he's gonna get
Hmm.
more insights now and get involved with more traveling, more stuff. So, hey, good morning, Will. And
Yeah, I didn't want to mention that about Mike because I wasn't sure, who he had told about it or whatever, but he did reach out to me about it as well. So,
good.
and I gave him some information about it. But yeah,
Mhm.
so um, it's exciting to have
Yes,
another member in the fold. So,
that's right.
congratulations, Mike.
Yeah. Alice talked to me about it, and I thought about it, but I mean, I'm busy enough as it is. I don't. I mean, it could be stressful. It could be, there's a lot of phone calls and a lot of stuff. You got to learn and make sure, yeah, that you take care of business of your of the clients. So, I'd rather stay up for a while, see how things go,
Sure,
and I
sure.
will see in
Yep.
a few years from now how things happen.
Yeah,
But
it's
right
like
now,
anything.
I'm yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like anything, not everything is for everybody, right? But,
Hmm.
and it is a lot of training and stuff. And you can take that at your own pace.
That's right.
When I started my agency, I decided that I wanted to go full steam. So literally, it took me 2.5 years to get through everybody's training. I mean, every single cruise line out there, all the major suppliers as far as like all inclusive resorts and things like that, Disney, Universal, you know, just I just plowed through it and it took me 2.5 years. I mean, I was hitting it really super hard. And then now what we have to do is we have to do annual updates with a
Yes.
lot of them, so that we are up to date with all the things that have changed in the last year and things like that. So that obviously makes it a little bit easier because it's less information to consume, but yeah, so otherwise, I mean, it's nice to be able to book your own travel.
Oh
So
yeah,
it is
definitely.
nice to, like I said, there's not a lot of discounts. Like I always tell people, long time ago, there used to be a ton of perks for travel agents. It's like everything else, in the world, things go away, things get less. It's less now. There are still a few nice perks. And when I think to myself, kind of like the mentality of the industry, which is, more, 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 more. Um, in some ways, it's kind of surprising that we still have any perks. Um, just because like I see like a mentality of a lot of the cruise lines of, your perk should be the commission that you get, and nothing else. And in a lot of a lot of cruise lines, that is the mentality, that is the attitude about it, so, but, you know, it's okay because, the commission is a perk for me. So,
That's right.
but,
Yeah.
to be able to do is, like be able to book my own travel, to be able to go in and just be able to look at a price and be done with it and not have to go back and forth or stuff like that or whatever. And pricing is different. Um, like when you go to carnival.com or royalcaribbean.com or ncl.com and you do a search, what you see there's usually much more available and much more to it on the back end. And as a travel agent, I can see that. So that's nice to be able to do that. So,
Definitely. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know the rest of the schedule for today, provided to us by Mr. Paul SV Odyssey, and it's as follows. Following after us, it's live with Linda and Chuck at 11 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Time. Roy and Becky's Travels, 1 p.m. this afternoon, followed by the As Two Tourists Hum Day Cocktail Hour and Cherry Awesome Sunsets at 6 p.m. Eastern tonight, followed by Edna's World at 7 p.m. Two premieres by the one by the Traveling Gilberts and another one by Smoky Mountains Bless. Both got premieres at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. D&G Explorers Live with Mountain Folk Full Blown Country at 8 p.m. tonight, followed by Empty Homestead at 9 p.m. and closing the night with the Barnyard Farmhouse at 10 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. So that should be an interesting evening of follow up shows and lives and premieres tonight. And do you have anything else going on, Mr. Master Drill, today?
no, like again, no, because of the rain. I really
Yeah.
am reluctant to plan too much. I mean, I have plans and stuff, but I'm really reluctant to engage in them just because the rain has really just been, um, it's been so off and on, and it's coming often. There's really only been like short breaks, and according to the forecast, if you can believe the forecast, the breaks are supposed to be even way less today. So, no
Mm,
sooner would I get engaged in something when, because where I'm at is all outdoor stuff, right? So,
yeah.
so unfortunately, I'm really, like I said, I'm really reluctant to do it. So maybe some editing, maybe it's a perfect time to do some editing or whatever. Although I don't have much footage here with me, it'd be better if I was at home because then I could do some serious editing. But so yeah, so maybe some of that, but otherwise, no, not not really. So how about you,
Yeah.
Eddie?
And going to be taking care of some stuff here in the house. Of course, I will be taking a nice nap soon. And then I'll be ready for the shows tonight. And then back up again tomorrow morning to do another show with the Morning Quickie. And then hopefully at 9 a.m., we'll have our host, Mr. Jeremy and Cheryl, with us tomorrow morning,
Mm,
live from New York City, so they
yeah,
can
from the
rub it
Big
in
Apple. Yes. Yep.
and let us know what they've been up to and the runnings around from today, and who knows what trouble they got themselves into. Too. And I know
What
that
I'm gonna be curious about is, I think my first question for Cheryl tomorrow is going to be, have you seen any rats?
if they go out tonight to Times Square and ride the subway late at night, they might see something.
Yes.
But you
Right.
never know. Not every stop has them. Some of they do, some of they don't. So I
Yeah, but I mean,
mean,
like, they are pretty bold, though,
yeah,
those
yeah.
rats.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're
Oh yeah,
they're really bold.
yeah. They love going out for pizza and stuff like that. So
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
you gotta be very careful in some of the places. Sometimes they do pop in the train. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
I seen it happen live myself. So it's just one of those deals. And I also have a live tomorrow at noon where I'm gonna be opening my Temu box.
Emu box.
But I'm hoping
Yes.
that Cheryl will be keeping an eye on that. And I believe they have 4 p.m. live with House of X tomorrow afternoon at 4
Yes.
p.m.
Yes,
coming
and
from Times Square. Hopefully, if
yes.
it doesn't rain or anything like that, so they'll be able to be meet. And I am looking forward to that one because I want to see what's
Yes.
been going on
Yes.
lately in Times Square.
Yeah,
Uh,
very excited for that one for sure.
yep,
Yep, been definitely waiting on that one. So, and
we've
I'm
been
curious to
we've been
see
looking
what
for a
their
year.
outfits are because Cheryl said that, they were gonna try to look fly. So,
We'll see. We'll
yep,
see. And they're going to be filming from the 29th floor of the building that they're going to be at. So he said he's going to position the camera to show more of the outside. So of course he's going to rub it in. I'm going to be like, oh my god!
the
And I
Urban
hope they have some
Canyon.
shots. Yeah.
So I have, I've watched a lot of YouTube in my lifetime, and I used to follow this one YouTuber. He's big, huge, famous YouTuber. His name is Casey Neistat, right? And all he does is, skateboard around the city. Okay, that's a lot of his vlogs are skateboarding around the city. But there's this time of the year. I think it's kind of towards the end of the summer or something like that. But there's this one time of the year in Manhattan when you are on this one kind of set of cross streets where you can look all the way down through the urban canyon, they call it, and see the sun. Like the sun is
Oh
literally like in this like straight line all the way down,
yeah,
and it
yeah.
really is just the most incredible thing, and I would love to someday be there and see it for myself. So,
I think it's 47 or 48th Street, somewhere where they're going to be at. So the
mhm,
Manhattan Edge.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 days in a row that it is just a beautiful sight, and I believe it's pretty soon. So yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. And oh yeah, I know Hasselbeck. I gotta send you my logo and my picture. And they said yes, they cannot wait for tomorrow. So they get together with them, with Jeremy and Cheryl coming live at 4 p.m. from Times Square tomorrow afternoon. So that should be excellent. A great opportunity for them to
Yeah.
broadcast from the middle of the city, and I should be. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. And don't forget Winston. Winston, I will be sending you the logo and the picture. I was thinking of this morning early, but I wasn't gonna do it that early. So now that it's a little later, I could definitely send it now and have you set up. I believe that I'm going to be interviewed by them in July 21st at 8 p.m. So looking forward to that too. Hey, Fats and Trey, good morning. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. And anything else you need to dissolve today?
No, I don't think that's it. So, great show today. So, we pulled it off. We
That's
pulled it
right.
off, and in my opinion, not too shabby. So,
I hope when Jeremy watches the replay, and everybody else
yeah,
that things are good. So
yeah, yeah,
we hope to get a good grade from the boss.
yeah.
She gets on she'll get on Jeremy's case, not on ours. So well, with that said, everybody have a great day. Go ahead. I'm not sure if C has a show now in the mornings, but he'll probably be on at
Mhm.
10 a.m. Eastern now. Go ahead and check that out and see what he's up to. Other than that, we say adieu until later today. Enjoy the rest of your day. And
Yep.
other than that, we'll see you tomorrow morning. So
Bye.
everybody enjoy your day.
And we're still live.
And goodbye.